and welcome to the Dog Moms. I'm Chrissy and I'm here with my amazing co-host Amber. We're both professional dog trainers and of course we're proud dog moms.
And today we've taken a little getaway to the Global Pet Expo here in Orlando to film the Dog Moms live, which is so exciting.
It really is, and I just can't wait to see all that we're going to be sharing with you on this show. We're having so much fun here, and so are our dogs. I think Whiskey wants to get ready and get going. Today's episode does come with a fun twist though. We are going to have no idea what we're going to discuss.
That's right, because today's topics are chosen by the dog TV community, which means we have no idea what we're talking about, but the Pet Roulette is going to be packed with dog-related topics and we get to talk about them for 4 minutes each.
I am so ready. This is going to be so fun. I think it's time to start spinning. And if I remember correctly, you have the power.
The clicker.
She always has to have the remote.
Should we get going?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. I get so excited.
Oh my goodness.
Insta Dogs.
I feel like this was designed for you. Who wrote these topics?
I don't know. Whiskey. So Insta Dogs is a really fun topic because this is like a new up and coming thing where like Instagram dog celebrities and pet influencers are a thing right now.
They really are. And honestly, you know, we're seeing it grow more and more as people get pets. They're making them more popular on Instagram. But what is it like to be an Insta Dog? What does that mean? What I think is really cool is that you get to be as creative as you want to be with your pet. It can be from just dressing them up in cute outfits all the way to making full-on skits and stories. Really, there's an endless option to having Insta Dogs, and some people even make it their full-time job.
That's right. This little face right here can actually make some money, which is crazy. And honestly, I think a lot of people want their dog to be famous or want their dog to be an Insta Dog, and it's not as hard as you might think. If you just get some good lighting, like we've got some nice lights here, you take good quality content and give people a reason to watch your content or see your content, your dog can become an Insta famous dog.
They really can. And oh my gosh, she is ready to go today. And honestly, by having, and as you know, even dogs that maybe are Insta famous are still dogs.
Yes,
they
clearly
still want to do all the things that dogs love to do. And I think sometimes when you are an Insta Dog, the best thing that you can do is, you know, be really authentic to your viewers. Because at the end of the day, we still have dogs that steal from the trash can, get on the counter.
I will say that some of the most viral content that we have is not like the perfectly trained tricks. It's actually the videos of her climbing on my counter, leaving a live set while we're recording. Those are the relatable moments that people think are funny and they relate to because that's what it's like being a dog mom. You share the life with your dog online and you can connect with so many other pet lovers out there.
And I think a way that you experience and I have too is that it's also a neat way to create some brand awareness, right?
Yes.
So it's a way to educate people about what is out there for their dog by doing certain collaborations and things together. And you know, by having brand awareness is such a great way for, you know, not only our accounts to get to enjoy some of these new products, but it's a great way to find what works for you as a dog mom or a dog dad. And then that's a way to share that with your followers and maybe even inspire other people to use things that's only going to help their bond with their dog.
That's right. I love having an Insta Dog here and it's so cool connecting with brands, and it's actually crazy because we met through social media.
That's right.
It's crazy the power of social media, the power of dogs, and how it just kind of brings us all together.
I think we've met a lot of friends through that.
Yeah.
I think that's how we even met.
That's what I said. We met through social media.
It was like, but not just us, but it's like, if you think about how it started to where we're here today,
the dog moms.
And to where we're here on a floor where we run into, I don't know, 20 or 30 other people who are now friends because that's where we were able to connect.
That's right.
All because of our dogs. Go figure.
I love it.
Whiskey is watching me like
now, Whiskey here is actually, it's kind of crazy because I was doing dog training content on social media for such a long time as a dog trainer. And then I brought this face into the picture and I just basically shared her entire journey online for people to watch and be a part of. It started to slowly gain traction. And now Whiskey's helped us get to like over 1.2 million followers, which is absolutely unreal. Like if you think about a room of like 100 people, that's a lot of people, but social media gives you the chance to reach more than just 100 people in a room, but like millions and millions of people.
It's so true. And honestly, like some of our most viral stuff is my dogs dancing, which is so crazy. But you know what? It's a way to share. Actually, I love to dance with my dogs. So now I have a great, you know, avenue of people to connect with that I get to share something I'm really passionate about right from the comfort of my home.
Yeah. And I think social media, Insta Dogs is all about making ordinary pets look extraordinary. And really, they are just normal pets. They are our pets.
They are special to us.
It's really, really cool that we can kind of connect with everybody online like that. I love it. All right, time's up.
Great way to kick off the show. Insta Dogs is one of our favorite topics.
Are you
That's
ready?
great. Yeah.
Okay, are you guys ready? Are you
All
ready?
right.
Are you?
Oh.
Dog sports. This is like made for us. I feel like they
Dang,
pick
this
these
is
topics just for
good.
us, which is great. Alrighty.
All right,
I'll
well-
let you get started.
Sure, I'll kick off. So I have a horse background. So, for me, it was lots of horse training. And so that quickly I fell in love with agility. And agility is all about your weaves, your tunnels, your jumps. And it's a great way to kind of live vicariously through that with your own dog. So, while I have this whole past of jumping horses and doing coursework, I'm able to kind of just jump right into agility and understand it really well. And it's great physical exercise for him. We also love to do disc and we love to dance. And I know it's actually becoming more of a dog sport than it ever has been.
And you guys,
it's just dancing with your dog.
It's
so
amazing.
That's really where my love is for dog sports.
I love it because you can make training so much more. I think dog sports can kind of be intimidating to people sometimes. They think, oh, I don't have the right kind of dog for that. They're all border collies or they're all these dogs that have been trained and bred for it. But that's not true. There are dog sports for every single dog and pet parent out there. I have a rescue dog who is extremely uncoordinated. He's like the goofiest, weirdest looking dog, the best dog in the whole world. You probably saw him on the other season. And we have found dog sports that he loves too. There is this dog sport that requires no training at all called Fast Cat. And it is the coolest thing. It's a 100-yard dash where all they do is chase a ribbon. And the only thing they have to do in this sport is chase it.
Just chase.
And this one's a little bit dangerous around that one because you hear the toller scream come out whenever we play Fast Cat. But she was the top fastest dog in her breed back in 2020 something. I don't remember which year. But it's such an easy, beginner-friendly sport for people to try. Of course, there's agility. I love doing agility with Whiskey. There is disc, there's obedience, there's rally, there's scent work.
What about barn hunt?
Yeah, barn hunt.
Talk about a sport that if your dog loves to sniff on the ground and loves to track things in the woods or in your yard, you can do something like barn hunt, which is a really great way to get your dog active. They actually go through a room that's usually a bunch of straw bales, and then they sniff out a certain scent to be able to hit the spot that allows them to maybe even get some titles.
That's right.
But that's a really great way that you can get involved. And also, we talk about dog sports, but you do also want to take into account the type of dog you have. We do believe that really any dog could get involved, but a lot of this stuff does take a level of conditioning.
Right.
And so you do want to be careful. I would never take my senior who doesn't exercise too much off to run a race yet. So you might want to do a little bit of walking and build up your dog's stamina for things like that. What's beautiful about dog sports is that it's growing. The industry is growing and your ability to do things with your dogs is also growing monumentally. And now they even have Swift Paws, which is having a little bit of a Fast Cat right at home.
You
can buy it and have it right at home. So there's so many options and varieties of things that you can do with your dog that gets really creative. I know you've done some scent work too.
Right, I love that you mentioned that because my senior dogs, as they're getting older, we can't really do as physical sports, but there are sports like barn hunt, especially if you got terriers and they love to try and chase things. And there's also things like scent work where you can teach your dog to find any smell anywhere you go, and you can actually win awards and compete. And it's such a fun experience to be able to bond with your dog in a whole new way. Something like dog sports allows you to do that.
It's true, and a lot of things today are from home, so you can actually get titles from home. There's doggy parkour.
Oh, they have trick titles now too.
Right from home.
That's
so
great.
If you don't feel you're the type that can get away from your family and go off and do all these trials, I understand, we understand. We have kids. It's a wonderful way that you can even look online to be able to get titles right at home and be able to build a greater bond with your dog.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, we got another topic.
This is
Time's up.
So fun.
I mean, I could talk dog sports, Insta Dogs all day. Let's see what comes up next. I'm getting nervous. I feel like we're not going to be as lucky for this one. Oh, senior dogs. Every single topic that comes up, I'm like, oh yeah.
We just actually recapped on senior dogs.
Yes, we did. That's fantastic. Okay, so.
How old is Oakley now?
Yes, my dog Oakley, I adopted him when he was 2. And I've had him for 10 years now. It's been our 10th anniversary of being together, adoptiversary. And so he's probably about 12, which is crazy to believe because he's still active. He's still he's having such a great time. But one thing I want to talk about with senior dogs is I think it's so important to make sure that you are really in good communication and relationship with your vet. because with senior dogs, things can pop up so quickly and you never really know like what might pop up. So with my dog Oakley, you know, I thought that he was having some leg pain and we couldn't figure out what was going on. And after many vet visits and blood work and everything, nothing was showing up.
Oh, interesting.
And it took him having a little bit of an episode for us to realize that he was having some spinal pain. And it's kind of like one of those tiny things. I just noticed he stopped jumping up in the car, he stopped jumping on the couch. And we gotta look out for our senior dogs because he wants to be a puppy again, but he still has those like old man bones I have to protect, you know?
And it's something that you, maybe not I would know knowing your dog, but if you know your dog so well, those little subtle changes, take notice and even start to, you know, compile, hey, I'm noticing in the mornings things are changing, or he is giving me a few moments before he jumps on the couch, showing that he's struggling.
Yeah,
and
well,
you know your dog only as well as yourself and your dog. It's not something that someone else can really step in, and your vet obviously can only take that information in. So knowing that is such a big deal.
I know you've dealt a lot of that with Beasley. He's getting up there, but you've been so proactive about taking care of that early on. I think that's so important for our senior dogs. I know one thing that we both do so much for our older boys that are getting up there is we do a lot of mental enrichment and mental games for our senior dogs, because I think a lot of times when your dog starts slowing down, you start taking them out less, you start, you know, reducing activity because you don't want them to get injured and you want them to be healthy. But sometimes that can lead to them not being as a part of things as much. And so I think it's really important to, at that stage, do maybe some scent work games, do some brain games, some puzzle games, kind of increasing their enrichment so that they are kind of thriving in those senior years.
That's so true. And honestly, that mental enrichment goes a long way. And also, to be honest, I kind of let him tell me what he wants to do. So I do lots of training, social media. You know, there can be this sort of like subtle pressure to involve. But if he's like, I'm good, you know, because a lot of times he's on that bed and he's like, I'm good, Mom, really.
It's so true.
You can go off and do the thing. You know, before I'd be like, no, come on, let's go. But now I really let him kind of tell me when he's like, hey, I need a break. I'd rather sun myself in my sun chair on the deck. And that's okay. And I learned by giving him the space to make those decisions. Actually, now he wants to partake more than he did before because he's realizing he does want to be a part of it, but I'm kind of letting him dictate where his comfort level lies.
Yeah, I think that's so important to remember. And it's kind of funny that you mentioned that. Unfortunately, I lost my boy Tucker when he was 12. And Oakley's up there now too. But not only letting them dictate, but spoiling them. Just spoil them rotten. My senior dogs, the rules kind of go out the door for them as long as safety is involved. They get whatever treats they want. They get to just hang out on the couch. They do whatever they want because in those senior years, I really feel like they deserve all the extra love and all the extra spoiling.
It's so true. And when you have so many great things in the industry like we do today, there's so many things to help you be preventative for your senior dogs and also help them be more comfortable, like, you know, orthopedic beds, things like that.
That's right.
So that as they get older, you can really keep up with them to keep them happy and healthy.
Yeah, I love it. I love my senior dogs. They are the best. And I love to say that when they are getting some white on their face, it's because you're kissing all of the color off.
That's so sweet. Does it say anything about my hair?
Yes. All right, Chrissy.
All right.
Our last topic.
This is the last topic.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
We've had some really good ones so
I know.
far.
This one's been so good. Maybe too good.
I know. Because I'm like, what can we get? It's going to be about poop.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
This is a loaded one. All right.
I swear every reaction I have is like probably the same. I expect something and every time. Ooh.
Oh. This is a big jump.
Yeah. You want to start it off? I'll let you take this one.
I'll start off.
All
So,
right.
I mean, where do you begin, first of all? I think where I'd like to begin is that I have both intact and, neutered dogs. I think what I've liked for my dogs is to not neuter them as early as I thought that I would in the past. You know, I'm pretty sure Beasley was neutered at like 8 or 9 weeks, like crazy early.
Oakley was too.
Yeah.
And he's all wonky looking.
But now I've heard that they almost want to give it a little more time for the dog to grow. And I think that's great. And I do feel there's an importance there, but I think it's neat that you can kind of coexist.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that. I didn't get the choice with my boy Oakley. Adopted him when he was 2.5.
Yeah.
And he was already neutered. And from paperwork, he was probably neutered at 8 weeks old. And I think maybe if he was intact longer, he might have been a bit, you know, more muscular.
Sure.
But of course, that's a conversation you have to have with your vet. And you don't always get the choice with a rescue dog. You really don't. Now, I got the choice with her. And I think when it comes to males versus females, it totally changes things. Because like with males, when they aren't neutered, you do see a lot of things which like my boy Tucker hated intact male dogs. Absolutely hated them.
They really can pick them out.
He hated them. It's funny because he was neutered, so I was like, is he jealous?
Yeah, right.
But with intact males, you usually have to deal with a little bit more distraction.
Sure.
You know, especially
Absolutely.
I know your boys were really loving my girl.
Yeah, so they not only are they like drawn to that sometimes,
Yeah.
but they do love to pee.
Yep.
And they love to mark their
Now,
entire
to
world.
be fair, my neutered male also pees everywhere all the time.
And that's something that you can assist with some training. You know, when I go for runs with them, they understand we're not here to pee on everything, and then you can kind of tell them go potty and have that sort of communication
Probably
with your dog.
just takes like the extra training.
Yeah, but
and
again,
time.
you know, I in the future may even neuter them, but I think it's also something to keep your vet involved because they might say, hey, we're noticing some changes, you know, and you have to worry about prostate, things like that. Like, yes, then absolutely would want to do it for their health is to spay and neuter. And I find it, you know, I think that it is important if you are adopting that, you know, there is a spay and neuter sort of contract there.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
we have so many puppies and kittens and just, you know.
Overpopulation
Yeah,
problems.
and it's not by people even breeding. It could just be dogs that are loose, you know, running the streets. But we want to help control sometimes this overpopulation that occurs so we can help keep the rescues and shelters, you know, a much lower number.
Absolutely. And that's where the vet comes in and your rescue comes in. You know, a dog like Whiskey is a totally different experience because she's a rare breed and you don't really find this breed very often. And so finding this breed that's, you know, it's a lot of times we try to find dogs of this breed that are great standard, healthy, you know, passing their health test, good temperament. And so then it comes into the factor of like, well, you know, she's a potential breeding prospect.
Yes.
But with all the things that I was doing and my goals for her, my goals were never to breed her. I never wanted to be in that scenario. So with Whiskey, I made the decision to keep her, you know, intact for a while, let her go through a heat cycle. We went through 2 heat cycles, which people with female dogs and heat cycles, it's not the most fun thing.
Was it kind of
Hers
rough?
wasn't too bad. She had like a cute little sparkly thong.
Oh my gosh.
But I eventually did spay her, and honestly, like it was the right decision for her and for our lifestyle. So that way she can interact with other dogs safely and happier, and she's honestly less stressed, and so am I. So spay and neuter is a big topic. You got to involve your rescue, your breeder, your vet, and do what's best for your dog, really.
It's so true, and I think honestly, it is a decision for yourself. I know that sometimes you get contracts that say you need to and proof of it. Yeah. I do wish sometimes though, and I know it's a decision businesses have to make, but I want to go to those bars and those places. They let all the dogs come, but they say you have to be spay and neutered. Yeah. So that means we can't go to the bar and get those.
That's all right. We'll get all the Whiskey for you.
There you go.
Speed round! Okay, so we have questions from our audience, from you guys, that we
have
get
no
to answer.
idea what they are.
No, and there's one for me, one for you.
That's right. You guys submitted this. It's time for us to answer.
We only have 60 seconds to answer.
That's it. Speed round.
Speed round.
All right.
All right.
Don't look.
Don't look.
I'm gonna take this one. I'm not gonna look at it yet. You want to take one? All right. You want to read yours first? All right. She's throwing me.
Okay, 60 seconds. You're gonna stop me if I'm talking too much.
Okay. Read me your question.
All right. Here we go. This is from Nina from Portland, Oregon. My dog always pulls on the leash. What's the easiest way to fix that? That's for you.
That's for me. Okay, so 60 seconds. First of all, I would get involved with a positive reinforcement trainer. Looks like you could use some heel work and some training to get that heel work better. But also, I like to also have designated heel work during my walks. Then I like to have designated time they are allowed to pull a little and go sniff and do some things. So I'll have a go free, go off and sniff. Sometimes during the walk, I want them near me if there's distractions, but I really couldn't do that without a great trainer. So get involved in some group classes so you can work around distractions with your dog, do some positive reinforcement training. And I know that there are some pretty good products out there, right? If you need a no-pull harness or even those gentle leaders, I think.
Yeah, 100%. That's where a trainer is super important because they can help you find what works best for your dog.
That's right.
All right, is that our 60 seconds?
Woo-woo.
7 seconds. That's treats, guys. Reward your dog.
Lots of treats.
Just reward your dog for walking nicely, and whatever you reward, they're going to keep doing.
There you go.
All right, is it my turn?
Oh. All right. Jessica from Seattle, how much does whiskey cost? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I kid.
Jessica.
I think she wants to buy her Venmo. She gave her Venmo.
Oh, wow. All right,
now I'm
whiskey.
kidding.
Well,
all right. Do you have a favorite go-to indoor game for rainy days?
yes, I do.
right,
I love
share.
that. I've talked about it before on the show, but I love scent work games because you can do it literally anywhere, and it can be super fun and engaging for your dog. Guys, it's super easy to do. There's tons of places out there now that are selling kits for you to teach your dog how to find, you know, a specific scent. In competition, they use 4 different scents. One of the ones you can use is like clove. It's a super simple scent. You might be able to find that. You can pick anything. You could pick the smell of your phone. I've been taught my dog to
I
find
need
my
that.
phone, to find my keys.
I need that.
All it is scent work, okay? My dog has found my missing AirPods in the snow before, and I did not even teach her to find that. But we practiced fun scent work games. So you can take something like a little scrunchie, give your dog treats when they see it or when they smell it, then put it further away when they go and smell it out, treats for that, and you can start hiding it around your house. Now, if you want to make it a little bit easier, you could even hide treats. You can hide treats around your house to teach them the concept of using their nose to find things. And I've hidden it in my couch, on cat trees. It's just like the most fun game
And it really
ever.
burns out that energy, right?
Yes. Yes, they're running around, they're thinking, they're working. It's a great rainy day activity.
And then you can do your Zoom calls and you can get your time at home and do your chores, be with your kids.
That's
it
right.
helps everybody be happy.
We did it.
Woo-woo.
60-second speed round.
Speed round.
We did it. Now, guys, you can send us your questions to dog2be.com/thedogmoms, and we will answer your questions here on this show. We will love to hear from you guys, so be sure to send us your questions.
What a fantastic set of topics. I can't wait for the next time.
I love doing this with you. I love you guys. I love you.
So much fun. See you guys next time on The Dog Moms.
Dog moms, and what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Dog moms.
Thanks. I think they'll be good as long as
They look good.
All right, you ready?
What are you starting with, grooming?
No, I'm just having him like play with the treats and the towel.
Oh, okay.
Good boy, stop fighting in there, fight. Okay, ready? Stop it, go find it. Good job, buddy. Well, I'm just using a treat because usually I'll use like a hidden scent somewhere. Good boy, good job. Good boy. Okay, buddy, come here. All right, good boy. Okay. Oh, I left the clicker down in my car. I don't want to actually do it because it's gonna get. Good boy. Oh, we come. Good boy, Paul. Good job. Okay. Yes, good boy. Tucker, come here. Okay. Down. Lie down. Stay. Good boy. I know. I told you she hates it. Look at her.
Abuse.
You, Paul?
Like, I don't know if that's
Yes, good boy. Good job. Okay, go, Paul. It's okay. Yes, good job, buddy. All right, okay, go to your bed. Go to your bed. Lie down. Good girl. I know, I have 0 treats for you. Sorry. Okay, and we talked about this kind of comb. Yes, we did. Good girl. All right, let's see if we can get you groomed. Good girl. Good job. Tucker also hates being groomed. Good job. The brushes come out and they're all like, I'm all of a sudden gonna go walk around.
Great.
Good job. And that's how we get it done, good girl. All right, and we can do some ear checks, good girl.